Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a GNU-C compiler, specifically MINGW in Windows 11, and also how to get the GLFW with example with GLAD working on Windows 11. So I have followed these steps a few times, but every time I tend to forget a step or two or like how the things work. So this is going to be a video showcasing the steps so that I don't forget in the future as a reference. And also it might be useful to any of you trying to set up uh, MinGW or a compiler on their machine but don't want MSVC or can't seem to get the GLFW example working to get started on making a game or any OpenGL projects. So yeah, so let's get started. First of all, we need MinGW or the C compiler. So for that, just search for MinGW. Um, MinGW W64 should be the version you want if you have a Windows. If you have a 64-bit computer, usually most modern PCs are 64-bit, and I think Windows 11 requires 64-bit. So don't go through the source code link. There is some, I think, some issues with it. I have not been able to get it working with the MinGW W64 from the source code website. I usually go to the mingww64.org, so .org, and from their official website, you can go to the downloads page and go to the pre-built toolchains. So when you click on the pre-built toolchains, you can see there are a lot of options, and we only want the MinGW64 builds. This is for Windows, and it's rolling, but that doesn't really matter. And if you have WSL, you can install it through that, or if you have MSys2 or CYG Win, you can download it through those things. But if you don't have anything or you don't know what those are, you can just go to the MinGW64 builds, and here you can get a bit lost because the link you want is at the top, and you just want to click on the GitHub link, and you will come to a GitHub releases page. I'll put the link of this in the description below so you can directly come through here. But if you want to search through the versions or search through the or go through the MinGW official website, you can always do that. I just showed you how to do that. So from here you will see a lot of different variants. So if you have a 32-bit PC, I think the i686 versions are for those. Or if you want a 32-bit compiler, and if you want a 64-bit compiler or 64-bit version of PCs, so these are the ones starting with x86 or the versions you want. And you will see there are a lot of things like MCAF, SCH, UCRT, RT, V12 are revision 2.7. So there's a lot of gibberish words here. If you know what you are doing, you will probably know which version you want. If you don't know what you are doing, you will probably, I think the best option would be for you to get the POSIX SCHUCRT dash RT, because this is for the POSIX compatible. The release means this is the release version, and the POSIX means that it is using the threading library which is compatible with the POSIX command. So if you want to do some multi-threading, you can follow the POSIX style threading. And if you want to use Windows style threads or Windows, I think there are some subtle differences between those two. So if you know the Win32, how to deal with Win32 threads, you get the Win32 version. And if you know how to deal with POSIX, so get the POSIX threads. So if you don't know threads, just get POSIX threads. But then you see there are two things like MSVCRT and UCRT. MSVCRT is for specifically Windows compatibility. So if you are targeting older Windows versions, or like if you want to be safe that you want every Windows version to work, you can get the MSVCRT, but it has some limitations. UCRT is the more modern one, and although it doesn't have the MSVC in front of it, but the latest MSVC I think uses the UCRT. It's for Universal C runtime. So just download this one, and I have already downloaded this file so a few minutes ago. So let's just go to the download page, so download folder in my computer. Yeah, here it is. So I have downloaded this zip file or 7-zip file. You should probably be able to just right click on it and extract, click on extract all. If you don't get this, maybe you need 7-zip on your Windows. Download 7-zip or any zip extracting utility. So let's just wait for this to extract. It's taking a bit longer than I expected. So after this has been extracted, you will see a MINGW+64 folder in your machine. Like where you have extracted, you can keep it here you want. I have it in the downloads and the big name thing, but I like to keep my things a bit organized here, so I will just copy this. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I'll just copy it and put it in the opt folder. I have a few things here. So, and from here, you just have to open the folder MINGW+64 and like go to the bin folder and click here and copy. If you are on Windows 10, you should probably just copy the path. It should probably look something like that. Uh, or you can just, I think, right click on any of the exe files and go to the properties, and there should be the file. Yeah, there should be the path. So you can copy that path and type in environment variables, and you can click on the edit system environment variables, and you will see a page like this. And here, from here, click on the environment variables button, and this will pop up a window like this. And here I usually put it in the system variables. If you don't want to put it in your system variables but only want this for your account, you can put it in your user variables. So if you have multi users, you can probably do that. So I put it in the system variables part just to be like, just to make sure if like administrator user or another user, if I create another user, it also gets the like access to the compiler. So I click on edit, and then from here I click on new, and it adds a new entry, and I paste it. So just to make sure this is the path of my compiler. So then I press OK, and okay, this will close all of this. So now if I open a terminal and open partial here, I have opened partial here, you can see that I have the GCC compiler. So yeah, you can see GCC exe. I think I can do GCC-p. Yeah, you can see I have the GCC version 14.2, which is currently the latest version, and you can see what this GCC compiler has been configured with. So yeah, that's it for setting up the C compiler. Now, if we try to compile the GLFW example, you will see that it won't work properly. GLFW, and we first need to download the GLFW library. So click on download GLFW, and I think this will download. This is the source code. Let me just see. Yeah, this is the source. You don't want this. So just go to the download page, and from here, if you have on Windows, you can download the pre-built pre-compiled binaries. That would save you a bit of hassle to that. You don't need to compile the the GLFW library. You can do that if you want to with your specific needs, but I don't want to do it. So like I have downloaded here. So as you can see, this is the one. This is the source code. I don't want that. I'll just delete it. This is the one that I want. So I'll just extract this. So now I have the GLFW I think this is the, yeah, this is the library. Like you have the header files here in the include folder, and also the lib.dll files here. Yeah. So now you have the library, and let's just go to the example. And the one that I want example.